Every night, the villagers heard bones walking in their farms, but when they finally caught the creature, they discovered it was the most beautiful woman in the village. Her name was Amara. By day, she was kind, gentle, and admired by everyone. But at night, something terrifying happened. Crops disappeared. Footprints turned to bones, and the villagers were about to discover a secret that would change their lives forever. In the quiet village of Obinaka, life was simple. Every morning, the farmers woke before sunrise. They carried their hoes and baskets to their farms, working under the hot sun until evening. Their farms were their only source of survival. Yams, cassava, and corn filled the fields surrounding the village. Life was peaceful. Until the day Amara arrived. No one saw her enter the village. No one knew where she came from. But one afternoon, the villagers noticed a young woman standing near the village well. And the moment they saw her, the entire place fell silent. Amara was astonishingly beautiful. Her skin glowed like a polished pearl in the sunlight. Her eyes shimmered like drops of gold. Her long black hair flowed like a dark river down her back. Even the elders whispered amongst themselves, "Such beauty is not common." Soon the men of the village began approaching her. Hunters, farmers, traders, they all asked the same question, "Will you marry me?" But Amara always smiled gently and refused. Instead, she built a small hut at the edge of the village, close to the forest, and she lived there alone. During the day, Amara behaved like a normal villager. She greeted everyone politely and even helped the elderly carry water. But there was one strange thing. Every evening, just before sunset, Amara would hurry home. She would shut her door tightly and she would not come outside again until morning. At first, the villagers ignored it, but soon something else began to happen. Something that would change the entire village. And no one yet realized that Amara was at the center of it all. A few weeks after Amara arrived, the farmers began noticing something strange. Their crops were disappearing. At first, it was only small things. A few yams gone, some corn missing. But each night, the problem became worse. Entire sections of farms were destroyed. Yams were dug out of the soil. Corn stalks were broken. Cassava plants were torn apart and scattered everywhere. The farmers were furious. "Animals must be doing this," one farmer said. "Wild pigs," another guessed. But when they examined the ground, something strange appeared. The footprints were not animal tracks. They looked exactly like human footprints. The villagers became confused. Who would sneak into the farms at night to steal food? And why? Rumors began spreading. Some said it was thieves from another village. Others believed it was a spirit from the forest. But no one knew the truth. Finally, the village elders made a decision. "We will watch the farms tonight," they said, "and we will discover who is stealing our food." But what they would see that night would haunt them forever. That night, several villagers hid in the farms. They crouched behind bushes and trees, waiting silently. The moon slowly rose above the village. Everything was quiet. Too quiet. Hours passed. Nothing happened. Some villagers began whispering, "Maybe the thief will not come tonight." Then suddenly, they heard a sound. Clack, clack, clack. It was a strange sound, like dry bones knocking against each other. The villagers held their breath. The sound grew louder. Clack, clack, clack. Something was coming. From the direction of the village, a tall figure slowly appeared under the moonlight. At first, they could not see clearly, But when the figure stepped fully into the light, the villagers felt cold fear run through their bodies. It was a skeleton, a walking skeleton. Its empty eye sockets glowed faintly in the darkness. Its bones moved stiffly as it walked toward the farms. The skeleton bent down and began digging up yams. Then it started eating them, hungrily, like a starving creature. The villagers were too terrified to move. One man nearly screamed, but another quickly covered his mouth. If the creature saw them, what would it do? Then suddenly, the skeleton stopped. Slowly, it turned its head toward where they were hiding, and the villagers realized something terrifying. The skeleton was looking directly at them. The villagers ran. They ran as fast as their legs could carry them. No one stopped until they reached the center of the village. By morning, everyone had heard the story. A skeleton is stealing our crops. Some villagers laughed, others looked frightened. But the men who saw it were deadly serious. It was real, they insisted. Then an old woman who had been listening quietly spoke. She leaned forward slowly. Have you noticed that every night the crops disappear, and every night Amara is never seen? She paused. And every night Amara is never seen. The villagers fell silent. They had never thought about it before, but now that the old woman had said it, the idea began to grow in their minds. Could it be possible? Could the beautiful woman be connected to the skeleton? That night, the villagers decided to watch Amara's hut instead. But what they were about to see would reveal a secret darker than anyone imagined.